the last couple of centuries, some people have appeared claiming to be from cities and countries that do not exist. They speak unknown languages, and give other indications suggest that some say are parallel universes. In 1850, a man named Joffre Verin was found and questioned in a small town near Frankfurt, Germany. John Timms wrote about Verin in his book of 1852 Yearbook of Facts in Science and Art, which was praised for its accuracy. Other publications of the time. Timms wrote, "It seems attested, correspondence Berlin at the end of 1850, a stranger was picked up in a small town in the region of Lebes, near Frankfurt and Der Oder, where he had been wandering around, and no one could say where he was. He spoke German imperfect, and had all the features of Caucasian origin. When questioned by the mayor of Frankfurt, the stranger said his name was Joffre Verin, and that came from a country called Laxaria, located in the part of the world called Sacria. He did not understand, as it was stated, none of the European languages except for the German imperfect, but reads and writes what he calls the Laxarian and Abrahamian languages. The latter he declared to be the written language of the clerical order in Laxaria and the other the common language of his people. He says his religion is Christian in form and doctrine, and called Ispatian. Laxaria, which he represents, is many hundreds of miles from Europe, and separated by vast oceans. His purpose in coming to Europe, he claims, was to find a long-lost brother, but suffered a shipwreck on the trip, where I get to a place that does not know, or can trace your route on the coast on any map or globe. He claims that his unknown race obtained a considerable part of geographical knowledge. The 5 main sections of the earth he calls Sacria, Uffler, Ostler, Ostler, and Juppler. The sages of Frankfurt Oder, after much examination of history and its carrier, believed it. However, Joffre Verin was sent to Berlin, where he became the subject of many scientific gossip and curious in the capital of Prussia. This and other 2 of these events are mentioned in the book, The Directory of Possibilities, published in 1981 by Colin Wilson and James Grant Wilson, and Grant wrote, in 1905, a young man was arrested in Paris, speaking an unknown language, but managed to imply that he was a citizen of Lisbon, and in 1954 passport control in Japan claimed to have produced a man with documents issued by the nation toward a strange man in an alternate reality arrival in Japan. The Verin case seems to have had the authorities believe at that time, while the stories are far show that it is possible to travel between parallel realities. They stimulate the imagination,